Honey, wake up. It's more Mario Kart 9 reactions, predictions. That's what we have today, gamers. Straight from the land of Drewski Rose. Smaller channel, which means you know the rules, okay? You know the rules. We have to be extra me. So, gamers, are you ready?
Mario Kart has gone absolutely wild with retro tracks recently. While they've been a staple of the series since DS,
Volume good or volume no good? Hang on, let me just make sure. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
a whopping 72 tracks from across the series, and 48 of them were added to 8 via the Booster Course Pass. You'd think this would satisfy our retro track needs, but what kind of Mario Kart fan would I be if I didn't pretend to care about Mario Circuit 4? The Switch 2 could get announced any day now, and with
this was before the announcement. Just what did? Shut up.
Mario Kart has gone.
Oh, don't do this again. All right.
But what kind of Mario Kart any day now, and with the success of 8 Deluxe, I'd be shocked if a new Mario Kart didn't release alongside it. So before it's too late, I want to give my predictions on what tracks will return in Mario Kart 9.
You got the only Mario
rule
Kart
I gave
there,
myself
mate.
is that I cannot choose any tracks that Mario Kart 8 already brought back. So unfortunately, the King of all kings, NES Rainbow Road, can't be brought back for us.
King of all kings, huh? We might have someone of culture here, chat, okay? We might have someone of culture, okay? Sit down, pipe up, okay? Scratch that, reverse it.
I'm Drewski Rose, and these are my Mario Kart 9 predictions. The Shell Cup is the first of the Retro Cups, and as such, it needs to have much easier tracks than the following ones.
Could you, hey, Drewski Rose, could you explain that to, was it Protendo? Could you explain that to him? Motherfucker, Mushroom Bridge in the Shell Cup? If you missed that episode, it's one stream ago, it's public on the channel.
The first track of past Shell Cups have always either been the first or second track of a previous game. So I didn't exactly have the best option to pick from. Though it would be really funny to bring back Figure 8
It would be, but don't do it.
I ended up choosing GBA Peach Circuit.
One for one, chat? Are we one for one? If anyone says no, there's the door. Go grab you my air-fried hash browns while you're there.
Personally remember this from Mario Kart DS, and it's okay. I like the weirdly saturated castle in the background, but otherwise it's nothing special. The main reason I have it here, however, is Tor. It got quite the graphical overhaul in that game.
It did.
More so than the other GBA circuit.
It
Though,
did.
to be fair, Luigi's circuit was already fairly decent.
It did.
The layout still isn't anything crazy, but I'd be shocked if they put in this much effort without intending for it to be used again later. So I'll have it here as the starter course. As for what follows it, I'm choosing N64 Koopa Troopa Beach.
2 for 2? 2 for... Drewski Rose, you are 100% win rate at the moment. What is happening? Good lord, what is happening in here?
This is a very simple beach
I like
track,
this.
a staple of early game
I like
courses.
this.
You got sidesteppers, underwater driving thanks to 7, and this really cool shortcut. I don't have much else to say on this track, other than it was really weird that Mario Kart 7 put the early game Koopa-themed course in the Banana Cup instead of, you know, the Shell Cup. But then 8 dragged a Special Cup track into the Banana Cup because Monkey? Okay. It's now time for the Shell Cup to pick up a bit, because after a decade of Luigi not having a single racetrack to call his own in Mario Kart 8, we see the return of DS's Luigi's Mansion. It's not often one of the most popular tracks in a Mario Kart game.
Not as a cup ender is a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird, but...
game resides in its Mushroom Cup, unless you're Mario Kart Wii. But Luigi's Mansion earns its
music
popularity.
spoiler, we know how it goes.
Mario Kart DS was great at making tracks fully referencing specific Mario games, something that's a lot less common than you'd think. And for a spooky track, Luigi's Mansion was the perfect game to reference. It's just a fun track. Now for an even more fun track, Mario Kart Wii Sweep, baby! Aside from Airship Fortress...
You know, this Shell Cup is cooking. 4 for 4. Have we got a clean sweep so far? Oh my god. Do you know what I also have? Fucking the Avatar! Top from Avatar! Just became a knight! Shit, I don't know what was more exciting. What is happening?
Toad's Factory is probably the most requested track to come back, and it's not hard to see why.
Good lord.
Having a track showing how item boxes are made is a...
Hang on. Mods. Mods. I'm gonna fire a mod in a minute, because moderators are not moderating. Pandering out of 4. Pandering. Pandering. Mods. 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the choky.
Idea, and it's a blast.
Industry plant. Mods. 1 minute in the choky.
race on. There's conveyor belts that change direction every lap, hydraulic presses that act as thwomps, platforms moving left to right with even more conveyor belts on them with both crates and item boxes. Not to mention how amazing the song is, even for Wii's already fabulous soundtrack. The only part I don't like is the...
Oh, hang on. I was about to do another yelling at someone in the chat, but hang on, guys, you might have a crazy... They might, the bag might be fumbled. Listen up.
Amazing the song
Hang on.
even for Wii's already fabulous soundtrack. The only part I don't like is the mud at the end. Even if boosting through it is fun, it feels out of place for a Mushroom Cup track.
Oh, no, it's like one of the best parts. No, no, Drewski Rose, you're cooking. No, that section's great. How could you hate it? Oh, no. Fellas, it's gay to have mud in a factory. We work hard. We play even harder. Am I right? Musty, you should talk about Avatar at least once. Uncle Iroh is one of the best characters in all of media. There's my Avatar speak for the day.
But maybe they can add a glider ramp here or something. I don't know. Either way, this would be a fantastic end to what would be a pretty solid Shell Cup, in my opinion. On to the next cup.
Yeah, no, Zozim points out something interesting. Glazing the mansion's mud, but hating factory mud. What's going on here, Drewski? Listen, I'm not gonna fault you too much, Drewski Rose. You're cooking. Bit weird, but you're cooking so far. We're good, chat. We're good. I think we're good. Bit strange.
The banana cup is going to be Mushroom Bridge from Double Dash.
Oh my god! Hey, listen. Drewski Rose, I'm being left thoroughly disappointed. I came here for slop, and I'm actually getting like realistic predictions, some good scaling. I don't know what's happening here, chat. I don't know what's happening here. Mushroom City would be the better pick if I'm going to be mean, but we'll deal with this. Solar Flare, thank you so much for the 2. How will we miss so far? Nothing much, just an actually good prediction video.
People would prefer Mushroom City, but I'd imagine this would get priority since it was remade in Tor already. Ignore the fact that I just talked about Toad's Factory. I've always liked this one. The music is nice, there's a bunch of cars to dodge or get a mushroom from, and the bridge shortcut is one of the coolest in the series. I also like that this track went from having giant Wiggler cars in Double Dash to being the track where you race against the Wiggler boss in DS's Mission Mode.
Mission Mode gamers, Mission
Mode. Now, how did that
mentioned.
Wiggler get on Wario's gold mine? I don't know. Next up is Shy Guy Bazaar from Mario Kart 7.
Shy Guy Bazaar, huh? I think this placement works for it. I think so. Do you know what? I like it.
I adore the vibes of this track.
Vibes
the stars
mentioned?
at night, the fireworks, the warm colors of the ground, and the
I can see it.
really enhances the vibe. You've even got Shy Guys on flying carpets.
We've had Mushroom Cup tracks in Banana before. Does that make sense? Like,
I like this track quite a lot,
works.
and I'd love to see
bit
how
odd,
it
but it
looks
works.
in HD. Looking back at base Mario Kart 8, I kind of forgot that 64 was the only game to have a track in every single retro.
Is Mario Raceway coming back based on the music?
Including that game's
Oh, no, it's N64 Wario Stadium. Obviously, they share the music.
Road, which even got on Deluxe's box art. It's easy to forget how hard they've been pandering to 64, especially nowadays with how they've been pandering to Wii way
Pandering,
harder. I bring this up because my next pick will bring things full circle and pander to both 64 and Wii at the same time. May I introduce you to Mario Raceway.
Oh, it was Mario Raceway. Oh, okay. Interesting. Brosavina for the 2. The truth is, it's mission mode. The bosses are fun. The mission mode bosses are actually A1. The rest of the missions, not so much.
In both games, it was a Mario circuit. I don't know what commentary to add here. I just felt like picking it. The final course of the Banana Cup.
I mean, if that's going to be our obligatory Mechrio circuit, I suppose it's not the worst. Does that make sense? It's not the worst because N64 doesn't have a lot to pull from, so pulling a circuit from that isn't the worst, especially since it was way back in Wii. But personally, I always think it should be 7. If you're going to bring back 1, it should be 7. But it's okay. It's okay.
Cup is a very obvious pick, at least if you know what this track is. Pipeline from Mario.
I'm telling you, YouTubers, you have to stop doing this. Okay? You can't spoil it in the music. It's a not.
Kart Tour. A big
Everyone does. I'm not going to fault you too hard.
Pass was to preserve all the Tour exclusive tracks on a home console game, even going as far as to combine 3 variants of a track into one. But I guess the devs just really needed to bring back Daisy Circuit, because if they didn't, the Wii fans would starve. So they sacrificed the last of the Tour originals. I don't know why this is the 64 Wario Stadium of Tour, but I think it's safe to assume it won't stay that way.
My theory is that they literally didn't include this because it was too similar name-wise to Piranha Plant Pipeway. That is my theory. My theory is Nintendo were literally like, people are going to confuse these two stages, therefore. I heard someone say that once, and I'm like, do you know what? I believe it. I believe it. I really do.
I'm 95% sure this will return as a retro track. Why isn't that number 100? There is a non-zero chance they'll pretend this is a Nitro track like some of the other tour tracks. I mean, it would be really funny. That's it for the Banana Cup, and while it doesn't have the highs of the Shell Cup, I still think it's pretty good. Time to step things up for our next cup, though. The first track in the Leaf Cup will actually be our first Mario Kart 8 track.
We are Wild Woods, you know? Chat, I fuck with this list actually so hard. What the hell is happening right now?
But before choosing, I had to ask myself one question. Is Anti-Gravity returning? Anti-Grav is a fantastic evolution of the series. It makes track design insane. But Mario Kart Tour didn't have it, and the Booster Cars Pass barely utilized it. Though you could probably blame that on Tour's limitations. I've gone back and forth on this, and while I'm leaning more towards yes now, just to be safe, I'm making my predictions tracks that either don't have anti-grav or could have anti-grav removed without much issue. An example of the latter being Sunshine Airport, one of my favorites from 8's base game. Anti-gravity is used for a bit near the end, but it would be very easy to replace it with just normal platforms. Other than that, it's just a nice simple drive through the inside
is it Sunshine Airport instead?
They made an airport.
Sunshine Airport instead. Oh, they tricked me. Oh, do you know what? I like it. You baited me with the. Oh, you baited me with the music. Do you know what this feels like? This is fine. You know, this is fine. You have to. There has to be at least some stages where I'm like, yeah, you can come back, I guess. And I think Sunshine Airport is one of them. It's not my goat, but yeah, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
Not just enjoyable, but extremely fun. This should be studied for generations. Speaking of things that don't seem enjoyable, Vanilla Lake 1.
Wait.
After the last 4 games...
Vanilla Lake 1. Oh my god. Juicy Rose, my goat. My fucking goat. SNES appreciation. I will be there every day of the week.
We made every single SNES track themed except for Vanilla Lake. Tour went ahead and remade both the first and second track, so I'm pretty confident about one of them returning. Why the first one instead of the second? They added a glider ramp. I mean, that's at least more than 2 got. I can't imagine this would be a very popular track, but I'm fine with it returning. I'd personally love to see some stuff taken from the remix version of this track, but actually expecting that would be some Silk Song fan level
so much the applauding an ice track, yes. Yes, listen, I have evolved, okay?
But don't worry about that.
I love all my SNES children.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for more Wii pandering! Tour remade 9 out of 16 Wii tracks, and Dry Ruins is the only one of those 9 not to be added to the Booster Course Pass. So I'm 100%
I like this pandering. I like the pandering when it works in my favor.
Desert tracks can often be boring, but this is probably my favorite desert track in the series. Not only is it more difficult since most desert tracks are early game, but you also get to go into the ruins, and that simple change makes a world of difference. I really don't think people will complain that much.
No, I'm not. I am good. Listen, I'm Mr. Complainer, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
And another Mario Kart Wii tracks, but come on, man, these tracks are so peak. We arrive at the last track in the Leaf Cup, and I got something special there.
Yeah?
At long last, it is time for Nintendo
Wario Coliseum
to atone for their sins.
Wario Coliseum. No, but Airship Fortress. That's what it was.
Airship Fortress.
That's right, Airship Fortress is here. You guys can bury the hatchet with DS Mario Circuit now.
Can we send this to Odyssey Central? Can we send this to my man Odyssey? Odyssey's reeling. Odyssey goes to his fucking college classes and just like is shaking vigorously. Fucking Airship Fortress.
Finally arrived at our last cup, the Lightning Cup. To start this off, I'm going with Wario Coliseum from Double Dash. This is the only track in Mario Kart history to have 2 laps instead of 3. If you ignore the entirety of Mario Kart Tour. While I like Waluigi Stadium and maybe even DS Wario Stadium more, this is still a great version of this track type. And aesthetic-wise, it's the most distinct since you drive in and around a cage.
I'm not Coliseum's biggest fan, but I think it's due for a remake, right? I think so.
I can't wait for this track to make its long-awaited return.
Same.
Next up is Super Bell Subway from...
Okay, listen, this is an industry plant. This is an industry plant. No, I don't believe it. I don't hold the applause. Hold the applause. This is an industry plant. She is 100% an industry plant. There is no way you're giving me my goat super. There's no way. This was made for me. This was actually made for me. This is pandering. I agree with the list, therefore I'm liking it.
From 8. I'm not entirely sure why this is the track I chose. It just felt right to...
It's because of me, all right? Like, I literally sent a ghostly apparition to your house to, like, invade your brain, literally.
At both a base game and DLC
This is
track.
unreal.
Very much
like,
a different...
the final bit of pandering would be what? GPA Rainbow Road?
Take on the whole traffic course archetype. Much more enclosed space, but also more path to go above the traffic. You even got graffiti on the wall. Whoa, Mario?
It looks cool to
My
me.
picks from 8 might seem kind of weird, but even if Antigraph doesn't get cut, I think they'll hold off the superstars of 8's track list till DLC.
Same, I think the same thing. It's actually just, it's unreal. You didn't even know that the graffiti was there? It shows how much you guys know about the fucking stage, eh? Also, can we pour one out for my fiance? Who decided to try and get some Pokemon cards. She just finished work, so she went to a Walmart to get some Pokemon cards. Can we pour one out for her, please? It is, like, completely fucking empty. It is finished. Nothing. There is nothing left. Nothing. Oh, man. You hate to see it, you really do. I'm so sorry, honey.
Gotta find some way to get us hyped for a track we've been playing since Obama was president. We're at the penultimate track now, and we've gotta make it a Bowser.
7. To be honest, you could have gone with better Bowser castles. You could have gone with better ones. But you know what? Because you pandered earlier, I'm okay with it.
Castle.
I'm okay with it.
I just realized
unless the music is a bait and switch.
A single lightning cup had its penultimate track, Bowser's Castle.
It's the first time for everything, right?
Mario Kart 7's Bowser's Castle isn't one of my favorites, but it's still really good. There's a cool spinning tube thing that you could go in or even over.
Nah, it's too hot. It's pretending too hard to be DS's. Hang on, let me go on Do Not Disturb, actually. That's distracting.
Underwater section.
It does have banger music, though, I'll give it that.
Light section at the end, and the usual Bowser's Castle stuff, like lava geysers and thwomps. I mean, you can't have a Bowser's Castle without thwomps, right? That was a joke. I like 8's Bowser Castle. I think this will be a great build-up to the final
and it's going to be GBA. Oh, this is just unbelievable.
And as for that final track, we've got to keep up tradition. 7's final retro track was SNES Rainbow Road, 8's was N64 Rainbow Road.
Literally, the only way this list could have been more pandering is if you went with, like, because obviously you couldn't go with GCN Bowser Cars. If you went with GBA BC4, that's literally the only way this could have been more pandering to specifically me.
So surely Jesus Christmas on a Road,
I made this,
right?
guys.
Okay,
this is actually my channel.
Live Home Circuit Rainbow Road. Super Circuit's take on this track is pretty neat. Instead of having guardrails or no rails at all, it has these bounce pad rail things that make you jump, giving you the opportunity to make a bunch of shortcuts, from the very simple to the absolute bonkers. There's also thunderclouds and shooting stars as hazards, and even a Paper Mario Bowser's Castle.
I know what that is!
I would say they'd get rid of this, but Nintendo seems to actually care about Paper Mario again, so we just narrowly dodge the timeline where it gets cut. I don't have much experience with Super Circuit, let alone
no one does, don't worry.
But I'd love to see it remade and see how it evolves in the 3D. And that's my Mario Kart 9 retro track predictions. I think I did pretty well with these.
I think you did too, I'm gonna be honest. There's something, gamers, I don't know, there's something. There's something that makes me think that they did a good job. I don't know, I'm just saying, guys. I think there's why are you laughing at me? Why are you... Listen, I'm not biased, I promise. I'm not biased.
So let me talk about a few honorable mentions.
I think you did a good job,
I originally had Frappe Snowland and 7's Mario Circuit instead of Shy Guy Bazaar and Mario Raceway, but the latter felt more right to me the more I thought about it. Similarly, I had Daisy Circuit and Bowser Castle 4 instead of Peach...
Oh man, no, we're so close to perfect. We're so close to perfect pandering. I will take near perfect pandering though.
Circuit and 7's Bowser Castle.
It's like a 9 out of 10 pandering.
Take up the Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road felt a bit brave.
No, you're not
fair.
I
didn't
That's
want
true.
to predict Double Dash's Rainbow Road like I've seen a few people doing now. I think Bowser's Castle 4 can wait till DLC. Obviously, Vanilla Lake 2 is an honorable mention. It's really a coin flip between 1 and 2. Though I wanted to just predict the remix version of Vanilla Lake along with remix Mario Circuit 1 and Rainbow Road, but I'm not comfortable taking that risk. And lastly, there are a few tracks I thought about, but decided against because I wanted to keep the amount of tracks not in Tour to a minimum, at least relatively. The main ones being Banshee Boardwalk, Mushroom City, Delfino Square, and my glorious King Moo Moo Farm. Maybe next time.
Get out of here.
I am wanting to make more Mario content in the future, so like and subscribe if you want to see more of this along with my.
I don't know. If you make more, if the video man agrees with me more, I'm just saying a cinema. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just saying. Drewski agrees with me. Therefore, this was a fantastic video and a brilliant YouTube channel, and everyone right now should go and subscribe, okay? Because I agree with everything. That's all I want for my content, and I enjoy that. Thank you so. Is that them in the chat right now? Drewski Rose. Oh my god. Listen, you should have seen the absolute nonsense that was the other two predictions we watched yesterday. I knew you'd find my video. Oh, hang on, gamers. Hang on, this is unreal. Was this all a plant? Is Drewski Rose beating the industry plant allegations? It's true. That's unreal. Have I been had, gamers? Have I been had? It's a plot. This actually is. So it was pandering. It actually was pandering. It's true. It was rigged. You know what? I'm okay with it. You know what? I've been had. You know what? If this is all a perfect ruse, you know, the notifications are going on as well. It was rigged from the start, gamers. It was rigged from the start. I mean, in all fairness, though, let's assume for a second this wasn't rigged. This was some well thought, like, okay, of course I'm gonna, listen, just ignore everything I say, it's pandering. But, like, the scaling was very good, right? I really enjoyed I thought the scaling was very well thought of. I really, really enjoyed it. They even had some, like, mushroom kart tracks in, like, Banana, for example, which is something that Mario Kart tends to do as well. They tend to put, like, early game tracks in later retro cups. So, you know, a bit of realisticness added there too. Good. I liked it. Very nice. Are we Bravo 6-ing, gamers? Are we Bravo 6-ing? I should see everyone being extremely nice in the comments. That's what I should see, okay? If I see any chicanery going on. Well thought out. Again, pandering aside, this is a well thought out video. I liked it. It was very good. Very good. Don't know, is that goes with this? Oh, it's fine. Listen, it was funny. Before the... If anything, you're the oracle of the Switch 2. You made this list so the Switch 2 could happen. Never know why they added it. They're cowards, that's why. They're not cowards. I'm not sure what extra tracks would be added, but most of them will not be the ones that weren't in Deluxe. I think that's a fair theory. I think most of us agree with that. The timing of this video was terrible. It was brilliant, okay? I'm down voting that. I think they should bring back a Sight Bike Arena because... Oh, hang on. Oh, gamers. I think this will confirm... Hang on. This will confirm if Drewski Rose is actually an industry plant. If the reply that Drewski Rose made was... They actually should, I agree with you. Industry plant 100%. If they go absolutely no Lamau, then we know this was real. Do you know what I mean? Let's find out. Oh my god, this is a plant! This is a plant. Industry plant. This is unbelievable. Excite Bike fan as well. Let's go. Oh, hang on. The retro is I fit 24 races to be specific. I think, what's it? Odyssey Central did. I want your answer. Listen, if your answer is something along the lines of, actually, obviously, this person isn't so musty, okay? If this was me, I'd be like, fuck you, loser, okay? And this is my video. You make your own video, Skylar White, yo. Skylar White, yo. My husband is Walter White, yo. Let's see what they say. I never would have guessed that would be a consideration. True! Honestly, I didn't think about that neither until Odyssey Central was like, ooh, let's consider the big ones. It's like, no. Nintendo will make them big. They did it to DS. They did it to the DS retros. They'll do it again. All right, they'll do it again. Matt from Wii Sports profile picture. As always. Metal Mario needs his eye realigned. He's going to be blind before he hits 50. Are his eyes really misaligned? I want Metal Mario to be in the next game, just to clarify. If he's not in, then we're going to be very upset. There will not be any... We've seen this one before. I think this is becoming a growing theory amongst the Mario Kart Andes. I think it's a fair theory. I can definitely see them going with no retros. I can definitely see them going with a reduced retro selection. But that's fair. I disagree, though. I think it's tradition at this point, you know? GBA Rainbow Road. Another fan. Upvote. I've seen this. I think I've seen this person before. GBA Rainbow could have had Mario Wonders Bowser Castle instead of Paper Mario's. And you just hit them with a fuck you. Paper Mario better. Oh, you're too nice. You're too nice. I can't. No way. Okay, brilliant. Someone being nice in their replies? It's unbelievable. Could never be me. I'm just mean to everyone all of the time. 500 subscribers. This is going to be a thank you. Classic. You the goat. 500. Well, guess what? Potato spotted. They should have figure eight. Oh, hard to hurt you. Comedian. Comedian. Downvote. Get him out of here. Comedian, yeah? You think you're funny, right? You think you're fucking funny, right? That's enough of that. Good video. And guys, and you have to believe me, I'm not just saying that because they pandered, okay? Then I'm not just saying that because I'm not saying it, okay? This is actually a well-constructed video made by an underrated gem of a YouTuber, okay? I'm saying the U word, okay? And we'll probably, I'm pretty sure as with every fucking person I watch on stream, my Reacts YouTube section is going to be filled with like 4 more of their videos. So I'm expecting that to happen by the day's end.